Welcome to a world where life's chaos meets sharp wit. We all know that life can be a roller coaster of confusion, absurdity, and just plain messiness. But fear not, because when we sprinkle in a little sarcasm, suddenly everything feels lighter, and the laughter comes easy. Get ready for a delightful journey filled with dry humor, clever quips, and a dose of sarcastic wisdom that'll have you chuckling and nodding along. So, buckle up and let's dive into the wonderfully absurd moments that make life a little more bearable. I'm on a 30-day diet. So far, I've lost 15 days. Some people are like clouds. When they disappear, it's a beautiful day. Light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. I'm not great at advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? If at first you don't succeed, skydiving is not for you. Common sense is like deodorant. The people who need it most never use it. I could agree with you, but then we'd both be wrong. I'm not saying I hate you, but I would unplug your life support to charge my phone. Life is short. Smile while you still have teeth. I'm not arguing. I'm just explaining why I'm right. I didn't fail the test. I just found 100 ways to do it wrong. The road to success is always under construction. I am not a morning person. I'm not even a breakfast person. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? Whoever established the high road and how high it should be fired. Keep calm and carry a wand. Have you ever noticed that anybody driving slower than you is an idiot and anyone going faster than you is a maniac? If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer. I like my money where I can see it, hanging in my closet. The suspense is terrible. I hope it'll last. Why do they call it rush hour when nothing moves? Don't be so humble. You are not that great. If you can't be kind, at least be vague. There's only one thing in the world worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. In real life, I assure you, there is no such thing as algebra. Instant gratification takes too long. Accept who you are, unless you're a serial killer. Whoever said that money can't buy happiness simply didn't know where to go shopping. So be wise, because the world needs more wisdom, and if you cannot be wise, pretend to be someone who is wise, and then just behave like they would. I'm not good at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? I'm sick of following my dreams, man. I'm just gonna ask where they're going and hook up with them later. I'd love to stand here and talk with you, but I'm not going to. All you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt. People say that money is not the key to happiness, but I always figured if you have enough money, you can have a key made. I'm not offended by blonde jokes because I know I'm not dumb, and I also know that I'm not blonde. It is useless to try to hold a person to anything he says while he's madly in love, drunk, or running for office. I remember it like it was yesterday. Of course, I don't really remember yesterday all that well. The trouble with having an open mind, of course, is that people will insist on coming along and trying to put things in it. To call you stupid would be an insult to stupid people. I've known sheep that could outwit you. I've worn dresses with higher IQs. Those people who think they know everything are a great annoyance to those of us who do. The reason I talk to myself is because I'm the only one whose answers I accept. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. Here's something to think about. How come you never see a headline like "Psychic wins lottery"? I'm sure wherever my dad is, he's looking down on us. He's not dead, just very condescending. Before you marry a person, you should first make them use a computer with slow internet to see who they really are. I'd like to have a kid, but I'm not sure I'm ready to spend 10 years of my life constantly asking someone where his shoes are. I want my children to have all the things I couldn't afford, then I want to move in with them. My husband and I fell in love at first sight. Maybe I should have taken a second look. When my kids become wild and unruly, I use a nice, safe playpen. When they're finished, I climb out. When I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them. As I learned from growing up, you don't mess with your grandmother. I'm not insane. My mother had me tested. I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. Good parenting means investing in your child's future, which is why I am saving to buy mine a hoverboard someday. Everybody knows how to raise children except the people who have them. When your children are teenagers, it's important to have a dog so that someone in the house is happy to see you. You can kid the world, but not your sister. I generally avoid temptation unless I can't resist it. There is no such thing as fun for the whole family. If you cannot get rid of the family skeleton, you may as well make it dance. The other night I ate at a real nice family restaurant. Every table had an argument going. The man who says his wife can't take a joke forgets that she took him. Love is blind, but marriage is a real eye-opener. Happiness is having a large, loving, caring, close-knit family in another city. Everybody wants to save the earth. Nobody wants to help mom do the dishes. The best way to get most husbands to do something is to suggest that perhaps they're too old to do it. People say, "How you stay looking so young?" I say, "Well, good lighting, good doctors, and good makeup. You know you're getting old when the candles cost more than the cake. My mother always used to say, the older you get, the better you get. Tamal, unless you're a banana. You know you're getting old when you stoop to tie your shoelaces and wonder what else you could do while you're down there. People say, but Betty, Facebook is a great way to connect with old friends. Well, at my age, if I want to connect with old friends, I need a Ouija board. A good rule to remember for life is that when it comes to plastic surgery and sushi, never be attracted by a bargain. I saw a study that said speaking in front of a crowd is considered the #1 fear of the average person. Number 2 was death. This means to the average person, if you have to be at a funeral, you would rather be in the casket than doing the eulogy. Old age is like everything else. To make a success of it, you've got to start young. You know you've reached middle age when you're cautioned to slow down by your doctor instead of by the police. Life is pleasant. Death is peaceful. It's the transition that's troublesome. As you get older, 3 things happen. The first is your memory goes, and I can't remember the other 2. Health nuts are going to feel stupid someday, lying in hospitals dying of nothing. Always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours. I was surprised when I started getting old. I always thought it was one of those things that would happen to someone else. The secret of staying young is to live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age. Age is something that doesn't matter, unless you are a cheese. It must be around 40 when you're over the hill. I don't even know what that means and why it's a bad thing. When I go hiking and I get over the hill, that means I'm past the hard part and there's a snack in my future. That's a good thing as far as I'm concerned. Death is nature's way of saying, your table is ready. There is no sunrise so beautiful that it is worth waking me up to see it. A day without sunshine is like, night. Someone asked me if I were stranded on a desert island, what book would I bring? How to Build a Boat. I like long walks, especially when they are taken by people who annoy me. Never follow anyone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means follow that path. It was so beautiful today that I only watched 4 hours of Law and Order in my apartment. Before you criticize someone, you should walk a mile in their shoes. That way, when you criticize them, you are a mile away from them and you have their shoes. My ability to turn good news into anxiety is rivaled only by my ability to turn anxiety into chin acne. Reality continues to ruin my life. Even if I wanted to go, my schedule wouldn't allow it. 4. Wallow in self-pity. 4:30. Stare into the abyss. 5. Solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30. Jazzercise. 6:30. Dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7. Wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Sometimes you lie in bed at night and you don't have a single thing to worry about. That always worries me. When I'm in social situations, I always hold on to my glass. It makes me feel comfortable and secure, and I don't have to shake hands. My friends tell me I have an intimacy problem, but they don't really know me. And that's a wrap on life's delightful absurdities. We hope these sarcastic gems brought a smile, a laugh, or even a good eye roll, whatever gets you through the day. If you enjoyed the ride, give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe for more laughs. Remember, life's too short. Keep the humor alive, and don't take it too seriously.